On page 2, we have a couple of problems that are pretty easy. I have a student, one question from passing his AccuPlacer. He admitted that his last problem that he missed was this one right here. They want to square the term a negative 1/2. Just rewrite the thing twice, a negative 1/2 times a negative 1/2. That is squaring the quantity. A negative times a negative, you know that is a positive. Good. And a 1 times 1 is a positive 1 over 2 times 2 plus 1/4. That is your answer. They actually had an answer something like 1/4, the opposite sign. And that confused the person, and it kept them from passing their AccuPlacer that day. They did get a 75 the next day. So they went home and did their homework that night, but it took them a bit more work. Over here, this is a typical problem. A lot of folks have seen something very much like this. Here you've got a temperature in Fahrenheit of 77 degrees. I want to know the Celsius temperature. Using the equation, Celsius is 5/9 of the Fahrenheit temperature minus 32. F, of course, is the 77. 77 minus 32. 2 from that, of course, is 5. And 3 from 7 is 4. So, the equation turns out to be 5/9 of the quantity 45. Now, I could go through with a 9 and cancel and do all that kind of stuff. There's no need to do that. We can divide that 9 and cancel into that 45. Do you know what 9 is divided into 45? 9 into 9 is 1. 9 into 45 is, that's right, 5 times 9 is 45. So the net result is you have 5 times 5 is your degrees Celsius. 5 times 5 we know is 25. That is your answer. Still breathing? I hope so. On page number 2, you have in the middle of the page a confusing problem for some students. It's a substitution problem. It's 2 equations, and they're trying to find the value of both x and both y given these 2 pieces, these 2 equations, for information. This one happens to be reasonably easy to solve. Transposing-wise, you can see of these 2 equations, you have only one unknown here, which means you can find the value of y from this equation. And y, as you can see, is easy to obtain. You find a way to remove that 3, because it's multiplying. You do the opposite, you divide, and you divide each side. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Y equals 4. That was almost too easy. I just wanted to see if you knew how to do that. Now, to go from that, you need to find what x is. You got your second equation. Now, you've got x plus y equals 12. Now, you know y is 4. Why not just put the value of 4 and substitute? That is your job. Now, you have an easy transposing problem here. Get the 4 on that side by subtracting. Subtract from each side, and x equals 8. So, by finding one piece of information, substituting it into the other equation, you now have the answer for both unknowns, x and y, by substitution. There are 3 or 4 different problems like this that pattern-wise we've seen. We'll acquaint you with as many as possible.